3 years after my parents got divorced, I ran into my mom at a restaurant. She was having dinner with her daughter. When she saw me, her expression looked a little uncomfortable. Right before she left, she pulled up her phone and opened Venmo. Here, let me send you some money. You and your dad can get yourself something nice to eat. I pushed her phone back. No thanks, Sarah. It's not like you ever cared much about me or dad before. Her face tightened, and she frowned hard. Why do you have to be as stubborn as your father? If you had stayed with me, you wouldn't be working as a server right now. Tell your dad this. If he admits he was wrong, I'll take you back and give you a good life. I just stared at her coldly and said nothing. Did she not know? My dad had already been dead for 3 years. Sarah Miller looked me up and down, taking in my dirty apron and hands cracked from the cold. She sighed softly. I never should have agreed to let your father take you. It's really been hard on you, hasn't it? If he can't afford to raise you, he should have let go. I shot back coldly. Don't worry about it, Sarah. We're strangers now. Talking like that might give people the wrong idea. Her face darkened. She looked like she wanted to say something else, but fell silent, turning to walk away. I stood there holding my tray, my fingers stiff. A coworker came over. You okay? I shook my head. Another coworker whispered, was that Sarah Miller from Miller Group? I heard she's completely devoted to her ex-husband. She burned bridges with her whole family for him back in the day. I saw an interview where she said the people she failed the most are her ex-husband and her son. I let out a cold laugh. If she really felt that guilty, why would she have abandoned them? Seeing my disbelief, my coworkers explained. She walked away with nothing for his sake. She gave up custody voluntarily, willing to start from scratch. I heard she built a primary school in a poor mountain area and named it after her son. She's done more than enough. I looked up, my voice expressionless. She pretended to be broke in front of her husband. When she left with nothing, she stuck him with all their debt. He had to donate part of his liver and sell his own blood to pay it off. My dad got a post-op infection and couldn't afford surgery. Meanwhile, she was at an auction buying her new boyfriend $1 million watch. She wouldn't even pay for my dad's medical bills. And to protect some guy she was seeing, she hit me so hard she damaged my ear. I can't play the piano anymore because of her. Everyone went quiet. My coworker's eyes went wide. I stayed perfectly calm. Yeah, I'm her son. They shut up immediately. After a moment, one asked, but didn't you just say your dad is already... I didn't answer. Lowering my head to kept working, shutting out the gossip. After my shift, I bought a bunch of white chrysanthemums and a birthday cake. At the cemetery, I set the cake in front of the headstone, where my dad's smiling picture looked back. I crouched down, softly singing, Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Dad, I whispered. I ran into her today. I don't think she knows you're gone yet. The next day, the restaurant was eerily quiet when I showed up. My mom was sitting in the middle of the dining room, an untouched cup of tea in front of her. Her face was dark. The manager wiped sweat off his forehead, forcing a smile. Ms. Miller, we'll definitely look into what happened yesterday and get back to you with an explanation. Before he could finish, her eyes locked onto me, hitting me with a familiar wave of pressure. I walked over, my voice hard. Sarah, what do you want? She looked up, her tone ice cold. Something was wrong with your food yesterday. My daughter got sick on the way home. Her father is very upset. I smiled tightly. So, are you using this as an excuse to come after me? Or do you want to drag me and my dad over to apologize to Caleb like you did 3 years ago? Her expression shifted instantly, as guilt flickered behind her eyes. She remembered that night 3 years ago, the way she'd played us for fools. Back then, my dad and I believed she'd gone bankrupt. She claimed she lost her company, was drowning in debt, and wanted a divorce so she wouldn't drag us down. My dad worked a dozen jobs a day to pay off her debts. So exhausted he fell asleep standing up. Debt collectors hounded us until my dad went to an underground clinic and donated part of his liver. The day